Hello, my name is Anne Iveson and I'm at the 7th Symposium at the College Institute of Private Equity, the Battle of the Asset Classes. And joining me now is Geoffrey Geiger, Senior Investment Manager at USS, who's in charge of the portfolio of private equity and debt in the portfolio. Geoffrey, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon and a very interesting panel discussion. I'd like to ask you about selecting, as an LP, a major LP, about selecting GPs. We had a bit of a panel on persistence, and I'd like to know, is it easier now to determine who are going to be the best performing GPs or not? And if so, why not?
I'd say today it's probably harder because in the 90s you had more persistence, and I think also from my personal experience, when you met GPs you also noticed more consistency amongst the top GPs in terms of the way they told their story, why they thought they had an edge. There was much more differentiation between the top GPs and the copycats, if you like, and that showed through in the numbers as well. Whereas today, I think, as the industry's come up a learning curve, it's harder to differentiate amongst the top GPs, and perhaps there's less difference, there's less alpha between your top quartile, second quartile, third quartile, certainly less predictability about whether that fund will be top quartile next. So I think we've broadened the nature of our inquiries when we're meeting new GPs or we're considering reinvesting with our old GPs, and it's a broader range of topics, be it the compliance culture, for example, at a GP has become much more important, but also the nature of our relationship with them. Can we drive terms? Can we drive a strategic relationship that will generate co-investment or proprietary direct investing for USS, for the scheme as a whole, maybe some opportunities in other asset classes? So those are those kinds of criteria are bubbling up to be much more important than they once were.
So the whole relationship aspect of the LP-GP is beyond the simple contract of one fund. You're looking further for long-term relationships or not?
Yeah, I mean, a private equity fund is quite long-term in and of itself. So I mean, but yes, I mean the breadth and the length of the relationship is becoming more important, and we're trying to focus our portfolio to focus on the relationships that really matter in terms of both capital. So we'll size up our capital with the managers that have the best fit, and then we'll try to drive a more integrated relationship rather than just a passive LP-GP relationship that you might have had in the past.
Thank you very much. That's very interesting. Thank you.